Yo guys, it's Ranger W here, coach of the San Antonio Sprouts, going up against Schmebulok, coach of the New York Pelippers. We are of course in our semifinals match. If you couldn't tell from the title, we are facing off against Schmeb, the only team we beat in regular season, if that makes sense. It does make no sense, but we are the only team to have beaten him in regular season, excuse me. And yeah, we're just gonna try to do that again if we can. If not, it's all good. We got a new IPSL Ubers League coming up. We'll have videos for that as well, so be sure to stay tuned. But we're rocking out with a Necrozma with the Colbur Berry. We're bringing Garchomp for his Greninja. Choice Scarf, Tapu Fini to outspeed Greninja. Choice Scarf, Terrakion, similar set to the one we ran last week with Hidden Power Ice. But this week we decided to run Poison Jab because I had a gut feeling that Whimsicott would come. Potentially Encore Trap, set up Necrozma and whatnot, because that really did a number to him last week. And Shaman is with leftovers Subseed set. And we're just rocking out with the Mega Pidgeot with pretty standard moves, but with Toxic to wear his team down. So looking at his team, it doesn't look as menacing as you might think. He has things like Lando T, Buzzwole, and whatnot. Delphox is also scary. It's kind of surprised to see this team at the matchup team preview. Yeah, I was thinking when I was gonna start this battle, I was thinking about leading Shaman because I know Quagsire could be a potential lead. It has a good matchup against most of his team with Hidden Power Fire, barring Creogonal and really Latias and Quagsire. Excuse me, in the Heliga. But yeah, I really wanted to lead Shaman, but something in my gut told me go Garchomp, and that's what we end up doing here. We're gonna go with our Garchomp here and see what we can do here. I did not want to take an Ice Beam yet, did not want to reveal the Yachi Berry just yet, so we're going to go hard Shaman. Something we should have done from the beginning. We should have really led it, and I was surprised we took that so well for not being super defensive invested. We're going to take that, and we're going to scare him out here. We're going to scare him out here, and he's going to go on to his switch in here, which is his Creogonal, which gives us a free sub, obviously knowing he would not stay in. We're going to get a little leftovers recovery, which is absolutely phenomenal. And go for a Leech Seed, excuse me, because why not? But his Freeze Dry will be enough to break the sub. But we are healing up. We are getting back to full slowly but surely. Just going to go for another Seed Flare, trying to risk the Biscuit. We outspeed him, of course. He's a bulky set, so we know he's not max speed or anything like that. So we know another Seed Flare will be able to kill him. But he's just going to go for a knockoff here, potentially predicting maybe my Necrozma or anything else on my team. But we're just getting this recovery. We're getting back up to 80, which is real nice. So he's not going to stay in here and take these shenanigans. Potentially try to encore us here into whatever we go for, because yeah, why not? So I'm not going to want to stay there and take the encore. Predicting the encore, I switch out into Pidgeot here, which could put a lot of pressure on his team. And right here, I knew he could go for a Stun Spore. It was like a battle between my mind. I was like, what's he gonna do? He could U-turn here. He could do a lot of things here. If you Scarf or something like that, I was like, it was not a fun battle in my head. But he's just gonna go for the Sun Spore and hit what's in front of him and paralyze my Pidgeot, which is very important. We need this thing as healthy and as happy as possible, if you could say. It would do a lot to his team looking at the matchup. But instead, we're just gonna go for a U-turn here. Hindsight, should have clicked Hurricane there and gotten rid of what was in front of me, which was the Whimsicott. But we're just going to get a switch out into our Terrakion here and make a nice double into Shaman. Predicting the Stun Spore, not wanting to take that shenanigans on my Terrakion. And go for a Seed Flare here, potentially getting this Spadef drop, and we do, which is nice. And we're able to take these Moonblasts pretty well, which is nice, because I really like this Shaman set. Does really good. Should have clicked Hidden Power further in hindsight, but it is what it is. He's going to get a crit, does not matter. But his Whimsicott is really low, and only way it has some utility now is if he clicks like Healing Wish or something. But he's going to want to save that here. Go on to his Creogonal, which he knows can tank any hit. But that U-turn did a ton of damage. Did absolute ton. So I'm going to be able to go back into Terrakion here, put more offensive pressure on his team, while he's getting just a little bit of leftovers recovery. Not wanting to take this Stone Edge or something. He's going to go out to his dedicated switch in, which is his Quagsire. That close combat did a ton, guys. I think that was max defense Quagsire. Lefties, obviously. But yeah, that just did a ton. But I'm not going to want to stay in here and go for another close combat there. In hindsight, I probably should have, but it is what it is. And he's just going to go out into Nihilego on my Pidgeot. And I'm going to get a free U-turn out here. Luckily, no paralysis at this point in the match, which is very good. And here, he's going to go for rocks here. Kind of a bit of a weird play, in my opinion. I think he should have tried to double out, try to get rid of this thing. I don't know why he would set up rocks on a Nihilego. Obviously a psychic type. Maybe he was confident that we were running a special variant or something. This week we are all physical, so maybe he thinks I could be specs or something. I'm not sure the calc at the moment. I really should know that, but we are able to take him out because we are physical. As you know, that's how Photon Geyser works. Whatever stat is higher. So he potentially might think we're locked into Photon Geyser, and I'm going to let him keep thinking that. And we're going to go on to our Tapu Fini, which can put a lot of pressure on his team. And here he's going to try to trick my trick. He's going to try to trick me a Choice Scarf, but I already have a Choice Scarf, so trick. So the joke is on you. Sorry, I'm just having too much fun here. But yeah, so he's locked into Trick here. It's not going to do much to me. He does not want to take a Moonblast, but I'm going to make a smart play here and click Hidden Power Fire, predicting that. I obviously knew that his wall, quote unquote to speak, Quagsire would not switch in there. It's his defensive dedicated wall for things like Guard Chomp and Terrakion in case those things go crazy. He wants to keep that alive, so I kind of figured he would go out into his Scizor or even his Whimsicott or something, but that doesn't really take two Hidden Power Fires too well at all. Not at all, I mean. So we're going to go into Guard Chomp here, which I know I can take any hit, anything. He's just going to go out into his Cryogonal here. Good play on his part. He's going to get a little bit of leftovers back, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. And he's going to read our Dragon Claw right there. Obviously, we can't go for a Earthquake on a Levitating Mon, of course. So that was kind of the reason why we went for Dragon Claw. In hindsight, I should have seen that coming. But you know, it is what it is. He's going to go for a Leech Seed here. Kind of think he should have went for a Moonblast, but that's just my opinion. So we're going to be able to kill him with the Hidden Power Ice. Another threat out of the way. Whimsicott, glad that thing's gone. It is not here to play. But he's going to go into his wall again. His annoying wall. Really annoying wall. And I'm going to be able to go down to Tapu Fini here, put some pressure on it with my offensive special type attacks. And I said I should have clicked attack here. I should have just clicked attack here and not went for the defog, but we got to keep that Mega Pidgeot healthy as much as I can to deal with Quagsire. So he's going to be able to roost up here knowing that I am locked into defog. I was kind of worried about a Swords Dance variant, so I kind of had to go out into our Guard Chomp here. But he's going to go for U-turn here. It's going to do a ton. We are no longer going to be able to live a Ice Beam from Latias or even Cryogonal at this point. But he's going to go head on to that and go for a Draco Meteor. Huge miss on his part. He has Choice Scarf, obviously. That was a really big miscue on his part. He can't really determine whether or not it'll land, but we're able to take him out with a Dragon Claw. Very, very good for me. Very, very glad that happened. We were actually sacking this thing off, but what do you know? It worked out for us. He missed the Draco Meteor. It's just the game we play, I guess, like many people say. So we're going to be able to live the Ice Beam here. We're going to be at 30%. Going to be able to take it like a champ, and we're going to just go for Earthquake, get damage off, but lo and behold, he's going to click Recover again. Very annoying stuff. I got to try to break this thing down as best as possible. So he messaged me at this point saying GG, but I knew it wasn't over by any means because his team is just very fat and it's going to be hard for my team to beat, especially with Pidgeot being paralyzed, excuse me. So he's just going to be able to get back up to full. It's very annoying because now Cryogonal is able to get back to full with another Recover at this point in the game. It's just not looking good for me right now because he is just going to be able to outbulk me and potentially even PP stall me. So he's able to get the Recover up. I don't want him to hit me with anything with the Cryogonal on my Pidgeot. I got to keep that as healthy as possible. But it's just going to let me go out into my Guard Chomp. I want to sack this thing off. It doesn't have very much use at this point. It is toxic. Little to no use at this point, but he's going to be able to take me out with the Bullet Punch. Get a little bit of residual damage, which is nice. Now it just comes down to me being able to break his team, which I can mess this up if I make a few wrong plays. But I'm going to make the switch out into my Terrakion and double out into Tapu Fini, trying to bait out the Quagsire, which I am able to do. So that's great, but I'm going to go on to Necrozma here and see what we can do at this point in the match with my physical variant of Necrozma. I had to make that play, just had to do it. He's going to go for a knockoff here, knocking off my Colbur Berry, but that's no problem. He does have a little bit of HP there because he's able to live my Photon Geyser. Usually Cryogonal would not be able to take that so well, but it did. So he's going to be able to... He's put two and two together now and realized that this is a physical variant, and his Quagsire is completely able to wall it. I do not have a Grasp move on this thing here, so that could be bad news bears. I got to get rid of this Quagsire, basically. So I'm going to be able to go for my Tapu Fini here and just try to spam Moonblasters at this point. I need to get rid of that Quagsire. But first, I need to get rid of his thing standing in the way. I'm really glad I was able to chip down that Cryogonal to where a Moonblast potentially can kill it. But yeah, we're going to get a crit there. Did not matter. that bullet punch crit kind of matters, but it is what it is. And right here, he's at 28%. He revealed to me afterwards he is max HP, max SPDEF, maximum a Moonblast from a modest max special attacking Tapu Fini's gonna do is I believe 26 or 27. So we're gonna go for Moonblast here, and we're gonna get a crit. That crit mattered 100% of the time. He showed me the calc. I believe him. And yeah, that's just big time plays from big time players right there. Tapu Fini is able to take out his Cryogonal, and we're gonna get another crit there just to rub it in a little bit. I'm sorry. This is gonna be another crit right there, and we will be able to take him out with the Moonblast at this point in the match. We are moving on to the finals of SPL. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely insane. I want to thank Beal for his set suggestions. I kind of interpreted them in a loose fashion, but it worked out really well in this match, as you can see. I'm beyond ecstatic to be in finals again, guys, but it's not over yet. We have to win this thing. Whoever we play, whether it be Hero or something. It's going to be tough. We lost to both of them in the regular season, so don't know how we're going to be able to do this, but I think we will. And if you're rooting for your San Antonio Sprouts, be sure to hit that like button. Please be sure to leave a comment in the comment section below if you have any questions about this match or anything I messed up in the commentary or anything I could use on to improve. And I want to thank Schmeb for a great battle. It's been a great season. He is the #1 team, no doubt in my mind. We battled 10 times. He's going to beat me literally seven to 8 of those times. But luckily we were able to get those lucky 2 in these last 2 weeks. Times we played, excuse me. But I'm going to get the heck out of here. Obviously, like and subscribe. And thank you for watching.